All right. And once we have the toggle functionality in place, I think I can close the app.js. And now, of course, we'll focus on a big screen layout. So essentially, that's the look that I'm shooting for. Once we get to the big screen, I want all of them in one line. Links are going to be on left hand side, and then the contact one is going to be all the way on right hand side. And in order to do that, we just need to come up with some kind of value for the media query. And in my case, I'm going to go for 992. Just keep in mind that, of course, I'm zoomed in. So technically, it's not going to happen exactly at 992. So let's go with media screen. And then we'll be looking for min width. So min width. And as far as the value, like I said, I'm going to go with 992. And the first thing that I want to do is hide the nav button. So let's just target the class nav btn, and we're going to go with display and none. So once we get to the big screen, I don't want to show the button. So of course, once we get past 992, notice we don't have the button. That's the first thing we want to accomplish. After that, we want to go with navbar, and we want to set the height to be 6 rems. If you remember on a small screen, the nav header was 6 rems, correct? Now, in this case, that's not what I want. Therefore, I'll go with navbar, and then we'll set height to be 6 rems. And again, if you want to check it out, of course, add that background red, and you'll see how it's going to look like. Then we want to go with nav center, and I want to set up display flex. Why? Because I want all of them in one line. Keep in mind that, of course, for the links, we'll still have to set them up as display flex as well. Otherwise, it's not going to work. There will still be flex direction column. But as far as nav center, yes, I want the header, I want the links in one line. Therefore, we'll go here with nav center, and then we're looking for display. And of course, we'll set it equal to flex. Then we want to align them vertically in the center. So we'll go with align item center. After that, we have the nav header. And this is the case where, of course, we'll target that. We'll say nav header. I don't want the height to be 6 rems. So let's just say here auto. So essentially, this is going to be the height of the actual content. And then let's go with margin and right. So this is just going to create a little bit of distance in between the links and nav header. So now if I navigate to the big screen, this is what you should see. Now, of course, we cannot see the links. And this is exactly what we're going to work on right now. Where essentially we need to understand that if I take a look at the nav links, I set height to be equal to 0. So what happens if I hide the links on a small screen, which of course is exactly what I have right now, I'm not going to be able to see them on a big screen. So now notice, if I show the links on a small screen, I'll also see them on a big screen. Now, of course, the layout is still the mess. Don't worry about that. That's not what we focused on. What I want to showcase is that if we hide them on a small screen, we're not going to be able to see them on a big screen. Why? Well, because this height is set to 0. And in order to fix that, we simply need to target the class first. So nav, links, and we want to go with height auto. And now you'll notice that even though the links are hidden on a small screen, once we get to the big screen, we set the height and we can see the links. Now, of course, let's work on this layout because it is a mess. And I simply want to change my flex direction, and I want to set it equal to row. So now, of course, they will be in one line. Then I want to align them in the center vertically because I have the button and I have the links, just in case there are some differences there. And also, notice over here, the nav center is taking up all of this space. And then when it comes to header, it just has its own width, correct? And the same goes for the nav links. But I want to change that. Essentially, since nav center is taking up all of this space, I want my links to take up the remaining of the space. And the way we set that one up, we just go with width and we set it equal to 100%. And yes, the moment nothing changed over here, don't worry, we'll work on that a little bit later. But now if we take a look at the links, notice they're actually spanning all across. So I have my nav center, that is still display flex. And now the nav links are spanning all across. Again, if you want to test it out, just go with background and red, and you'll see that, of course, now the links are taking up the remaining space. And if I remove that with 100, then of course it's not the case. Now, of course, what I want is to style those nav links specifically. Because if you remember, there are quite a few styles coming from the small screen, and I actually want to override them. So I'll go with a nav link. So now I'm targeting that one specific link, and I'm going to go with padding 0 since we added some padding on a small screen. Then we want to go with border top, and we'll set it equal to none. Then as far as the margin, since I want some distance in between, we're going to go with margin right, and we'll set it equal to 1 REMs. And as far as the font size, I'm going to go with 1 REMs. And then lastly, when it comes to that contact link, since I want to place it all the way on the right hand side, we'll simply go with margin left, and we'll set it equal to auto. And what you'll notice is that we have the header, we have the links, and of course the contact link is all the way on the right hand side. And probably the biggest gotcha is that height 0. We're essentially, again, on a small screen, we set it equal to height 0. So of course, once we get to the big screen, if we're hiding those links on a small screen, we need to show them, and therefore we set height equal to auto. And with this in place, we're done styling the navbar. So now, of course, we can move on to our next task.